Every morning, the world presents us with an identical canvas, yet it's our intention, our deliberate strokes that determine the masterpiece or the clutter. What if the most impactful changes in your life didn't begin with grand gestures, but with the quiet, powerful choices you make before the very first demands of the day even whisper your name? Imagine discovering a profound understanding, a set of principles not just about managing time, but about mastering yourself, your energy, your mindset, your reactions, and thereby unlocking an incredible capacity to truly lead your life, influence your circumstances, and connect with a deeper sense of purpose. This isn't about chasing fleeting trends. It's about embracing timeless wisdom that empowers you from within. Today, we're diving deep into the morning habits that separate the merely busy from the truly impactful, revealing how seemingly simple rituals can transform your entire outlook and elevate your effectiveness. By the end of this journey, you'll possess not just a list of actions, but a blueprint for building a life of greater confidence, clarity, and genuine influence, the kind that truly matters. So settle in, open your mind, and prepare to absorb insights that can reshape your every tomorrow. If you find value in this wisdom, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to join our community dedicated to unlocking human potential, one powerful step at a time. The magic of early rising. To truly master your morning before the world demands your attention is an unparalleled act of self-empowerment. There exists an almost mystical quality in the pre-dawn hours, a profound silence, an enveloping calm, and the palpable sensation that the bustling world still slumbers in gentle repose. Yet, in stark contrast to those lost in the comforting embrace of dreams, individuals poised for greatness are already awake, diligently laying the groundwork for their own. Rising early transcends the simple act of merely getting a head start on others. It is more profoundly about gaining a vital advantage over your former, less disciplined self. Consider the profound impact of those initial quiet hours. They are utterly devoid of typical distractions. No relentless stream of emails, no insistent text messages, no cacophony of external noise. It is merely you, in profound communion with your thoughts. And this solitude is immensely powerful, for it is within this precious silence that you can genuinely attune to your deepest aspirations, hear the faint whispers of your most authentic goals, and truly feel the rekindling of your inner fire. This is the prime opportunity to consciously fuel that inner flame, to ignite your enthusiasm for the day ahead. Across the spectrum of achievement, from the most astute CEOs to the most innovative creators, a unanimous testament emerges for this singular, seemingly simple act, awakening before the sun graces the horizon. It is undeniable that this practice often presents a formidable challenge, particularly at its inception. Your warm bed, that seductive haven of comfort, will subtly attempt to persuade you that merely 5 more minutes will cause no harm. Yet here lies a profound truth, one often overlooked. Those seemingly innocuous 5-minute increments repeatedly indulged accumulate into a life unlived, a dream perpetually deferred, a more robust version of yourself that regrettably never materialized. When you consciously choose to awaken early, you acquire something that eludes the vast majority, a profound sense of control. You meticulously dictate your own pace, shape your thoughts, and direct your vital energy. You embark upon the day entirely on your own terms, not merely reacting to the incessant demands of the world, but rather proactively designing your world, brick by deliberate brick. This is precisely the kind of proactive mindset that forges enduring legacies. Moreover, the act of rising early extends far beyond the mere management of time. It embodies a powerful, unequivocal message that you transmit directly to your subconscious mind. You are unequivocally declaring, "I am in command. I consciously choose growth over fleeting comfort. I prioritize my overarching purpose above transient pleasure." This powerful declaration, deeply ingrained, progressively evolves into your intrinsic identity. And as we understand from the most influential thinkers on human nature, our identity is the fundamental bedrock that drives every subsequent decision we make. To illustrate this profound distinction, envision 2 individuals. One rouses herself at 5 a.m. She dedicates a mindful 30 minutes to stretching, purposeful breathing, or perhaps engaging in reflective journaling. She absorbs something genuinely inspiring, meticulously plans her day, and consciously articulates positive affirmations to herself. She hydrates with a glass of water and cultivates a deep sense of gratitude. By 7:10 a.m., she is unequivocally mentally clear, emotionally composed, and physically energized. Now, contemplate the second individual. They awaken abruptly at 8:30 a.m., already in a frenetic rush. There is no precious time for thoughtful reflection, only an immediate, reactive scramble. Coffee clutched in one hand, phone inextricably tethered to the other. They begin their day feeling inherently stressed, utterly scattered, and perceptibly behind schedule. This chaotic pattern, tragically, solidifies into their perceived normal. Which individual do you sincerely believe is destined to truly conquer their day? Who possesses the inherent fortitude to confront challenges with an inner reservoir of strength rather than succumbing to debilitating stress? Who will retire to bed feeling a profound sense of self-pride, even before the external world has had a chance to acknowledge their efforts? The answer is resoundingly clear. Waking early inherently grants you the invaluable time for pursuits that genuinely matter, but are often tragically neglected: your health, your mindset, and your most ambitious goals. You are afforded the luxury to meditate, to write, to plan, to exercise, or simply to exist in profound presence. These seemingly small, consistent acts, performed during the sacred morning hours, compound exponentially over time. They meticulously shape your thoughts, and your thoughts in turn meticulously shape your future. Even scientific research corroborates this profound insight. Studies consistently demonstrate that early risers tend to exhibit heightened productivity, possess a more optimistic outlook, and demonstrate superior problem-solving capabilities. They do not merely toil harder, they work demonstrably smarter, precisely because their minds are crystalline and unclouded, liberated from the pervasive rush and suffocating pressure of a chaotic morning. Crucially, the objective is not to awaken early for the superficial sake of ostentation, nor is it a competitive race to ascertain who can rise at the most ungodly hour. The paramount essence lies in the intention behind the act. One could hypothetically awaken at 5 a.m. and squander that precious time aimlessly scrolling through social media. That is unequivocally not a win. However, if you awaken with a profound sense of purpose, regardless of the precise hour, it fundamentally transforms the entire game. If you have grappled with the challenge of early rising, commence with incremental, manageable steps. Retire to bed merely 30 minutes earlier. Strategically place your alarm clock across the room, compelling you to physically ascend from your bed to deactivate it. Consciously resist the immediate impulse to check your phone upon awakening. Instead, supplant that impulse with something genuinely meaningful. Recite an inspiring quote. Engage in deep cleansing breaths. Consciously hydrate your body. Allow a genuine smile to grace your lips. And most importantly, celebrate the very fact that you showed up for yourself. Do not succumb to self-reproach if the process is not flawlessly executed every single day. It is, by its very nature, an evolving journey. Yet, always recall that every monumental transformation commences with a singular, resolute choice. And when you consciously opt to rise early, you are not merely ascending with the sun, you are, more significantly, rising with a burgeoning purpose. An ancient adage eloquently states, "Lose an hour in the morning, and you will spend all day looking for it." Allow the profound weight of that statement to truly permeate your being. So tomorrow, when your alarm bell resonates, pose this vital question to yourself. Do I wish to linger in the embrace of my dreams, or do I choose to awaken and relentlessly pursue them? For the undeniable truth is that the world, in its vastness, ultimately belongs to those intrepid souls who rise with an unwavering courage, to those who commence their day not with the paralyzing grip of fear, but with an unyielding, radiant fire. Rise early, not merely to witness the majestic sunrise, but to intrinsically become the kind of luminous individual who perpetually brings light into every single room they enter, cultivating a grateful heart. Before the insistent demands of the external world begin to lay claim to your attention, you are presented with an invaluable opportunity, the chance to consciously remind yourself of the abundant blessings you already possess. The simple yet profoundly transformative act of practicing gratitude each morning may at first glance appear modest or even delicate. Yet make no mistake, this is one of the most potent habits embraced by individuals who achieve enduring success. The profound efficacy of gratitude lies in its capacity to fundamentally reset your mind. It effectively rewires your cognitive pathways, consistently reminding you that true success is not solely about the ceaseless pursuit of more. It is equally about recognizing and cherishing what already imbues your life with profound meaning and richness. When you awaken in the morning, your mind is akin to a pristine blank canvas. The very first strokes you choose to paint upon it will inextricably determine your prevailing mood, establish your mindset, and ultimately dictate the precise direction your entire day will take. If your initial thoughts gravitate towards stress, pervasive worries, or a nagging sense of what you lack, your entire day can commence under a heavy, burdensome cloud. Conversely, if the very first thoughts you consciously permit to permeate your heart are saturated with genuine appreciation, your entire energetic disposition undergoes a remarkable, uplifting shift. Individuals who consistently achieve greatness are deeply aware of this profound truth. This is precisely why a multitude of them commence their mornings by vocalizing their gratitude aloud, articulating it silently within, or meticulously documenting it through the act of writing. They consciously carve out a moment to express profound thanks for the protective roof sheltering them, the very breath that sustains them, the cherished individuals who bestow love upon them, the invaluable lessons gleaned from yesterday's experiences, and the boundless possibilities inherent in the unfolding day. This deeply impactful act does not necessitate hours of contemplation. At times, merely a single minute of authentic, concentrated gratitude can impart more profound clarity than hours spent in unproductive overthinking. Herein lies the powerful secret. Gratitude possesses an alchemical quality. It multiplies what you already possess. It transmutes a minor triumph into a momentous celebration. It reframes a setback into an invaluable lesson learned. It transforms the corrosive tendency of comparison into a fortified sense of self-confidence. When you embrace a state of profound thankfulness, you intrinsically cease the relentless pursuit of others' lives. Instead, you commence the vital process of honoring your own unique journey, and this act in itself renders you extraordinarily powerful. Consider the metaphor of an individual ascending a colossal mountain. The climber, whose gaze is perpetually fixed solely upon the distant, imposing peak, is prone to feeling utterly fatigued, profoundly overwhelmed, and ultimately disheartened by the sheer magnitude of the ascent. Yet the sagacious climber, who pauses every few steps to cast a reflective glance backward, appreciating the considerable distance they have already traversed, feels an inspiring surge of motivation to relentlessly continue their arduous climb. Gratitude serves precisely as that vital backward glance. It serves as a potent reminder that you have steadfastly survived, profoundly grown, and journeyed a considerable distance, even if you have not yet reached your ultimate desired summit. You require no elaborate tools or intricate setups to embark upon this transformative habit, merely a resolute decision. Each morning, before your fingers even touch your phone or you commence your daily tasks, pause. Close your eyes, inhale a deep restorative breath, and pose this fundamental question to yourself: for what am I genuinely thankful right now? It could be the simple gift of your health. It could be the precious chance to attempt something anew. It could be the unwavering presence of individuals who stood steadfastly by you when others chose to depart. Allow these thoughts to gently reside within your heart for a few precious seconds. Permit them to subtly yet powerfully shape the prevailing tone of your entire day. Many highly successful individuals elevate this practice further, diligently noting 3 distinct things for which they are profoundly grateful each morning, not merely as an occasional exercise, but as an unwavering daily commitment. Over time, this consistent daily habit organically evolves into an inherent mindset. You begin to perceive the inherent good, even when circumstances are undeniably challenging. You discern profound meaning even amidst your unavoidable mistakes. You transcend the realm of mere reaction and ascend into the space of thoughtful reflection. This caliber of emotional intelligence is not merely conducive to well-being, it is undeniably attractive. Individuals are naturally drawn to those who radiate an aura of gratitude, for it unmistakably signifies strength, inner peace, and a genuine appreciation for life's unfolding tapestry. And what remains truly remarkable about gratitude is its inherent capacity to keep you profoundly grounded. In a world that relentlessly bombards you with messages to perpetually want more, to incessantly be more, to acquisitively buy more, gratitude serves as a poignant reminder that who you are, what you possess, and precisely where you are positioned in life is already more than sufficient. It does not impede your growth. Rather, it empowers you to grow from a profound place of inherent wholeness, rather than from a perceived void of emptiness. So, if you have recently found yourself feeling stagnant, gripped by anxiety, or overwhelmed by life's complexities, consider embarking on this transformative practice. Begin your very next morning with a deliberate act of gratitude. Approach it not as a mere task to be checked off, but as a genuine gift bestowed upon yourself. You will gradually begin to discern how your heart softens, how the clamor of anxiety gently quiets, and how your inner voice progressively becomes more compassionate and encouraging. That cultivated voice, that permeating energy, will subtly but profoundly influence every facet of your existence, from the diligence of your work to the depth of your relationships and the realization of your cherished goals. Here is a profound truth to ponder. The most genuinely successful individuals are not necessarily those who possess an abundance of everything. Rather, they are the individuals who possess an unwavering capacity to profoundly appreciate everything they already have. And that profound appreciation, in turn, intrinsically creates ample space for more profound peace, more expansive love, and a deeper, more resonant purpose. So, tomorrow morning, resist the urge to rush. Before the aroma of coffee permeates the air, before the chaos of the day encroaches, before the clock's insistent march pulls you into the inevitable rush of daily demands, pause and articulate your gratitude. Whisper it gently, meticulously write it down, or simply allow yourself to profoundly feel it. Make it your very first, undeniable win of the day, for when your heart overflows with gratitude, your hands will never truly feel empty. In a world saturated with incessant noise, gratitude stands as your unshakable calm. In a world rife with relentless competition, gratitude serves as your unyielding confidence. And in a world consumed by ceaseless striving, gratitude eloquently reminds you that you already possess precisely what countless others are still desperately seeking: designing your day's map. True success is rarely, if ever, an accidental occurrence. It is neither a product of sheer luck nor a capricious twist of fate. It is, fundamentally, a direct consequence of astute direction. And the individuals who consistently achieve their objectives, who maintain an unwavering consistency, and who navigate their time with remarkable grace, are invariably those who meticulously plan their day before the day itself truly begins. This seemingly modest habit, far from being insignificant, is akin to firmly grasping the steering wheel of your very life. Without it, you are merely adrift, a vessel without a rudder, tossed by every passing current. With it, however, you are actively driving, imbued with an undeniable sense of clarity, unwavering purpose, and formidable power. Consider, for a moment, how the vast majority of people commence their mornings. They reluctantly roll out of bed, instinctively reach for their phones, and proceed to scroll aimlessly through an endless cascade of notifications. In doing so, they implicitly surrender control, allowing the external world to dictate their initial feelings, their subsequent actions, and the very focus of their precious mental energy. However, individuals who consistently achieve success operate on a fundamentally different paradigm. Before the external world has an opportunity to interject its demands, they have already discerned, with crystalline clarity, what truly matters most to them for that specific day. They are not merely reacting, they are deliberately leading. The act of planning your day does not necessitate the creation of an exhaustive, convoluted to-do list. Rather, it is fundamentally about establishing clear intentions. It involves discerning what your primary priorities genuinely are and consciously deciding how you aspire to show up. For yourself, for your work, for your cherished family, and for the realization of your grandest dreams. This deceptively simple habit repatriates control directly into your hands, and it is this very sense of control that cultivates an unshakable confidence. You see, The intricate human brain inherently craves clarity. When you awaken with 1,000 disparate concerns swirling chaotically within your mind, impending meetings, looming deadlines, unanswered messages, household chores, it is remarkably easy to succumb to feelings of anxiety or overwhelming stress. However, when you dedicate a mere 10 minutes each morning to meticulously plan your day, your brain instinctively relaxes. It gains an understanding of what lies ahead, comprehends what truly holds significance, and consequently, you commence your day imbued with a profound sense of calm rather than succumbing to chaos. Successful individuals frequently employ a strategy often referred to as the power list technique. This approach dictates that they do not endeavor to accomplish 100 disparate tasks within a single day. Instead, their sharp focus is acutely directed towards the top 3 to 5 most genuinely important tasks. These are not mere busywork activities or fleeting distractions, but rather substantive, meaningful actions that demonstrably propel their lives forward. This focused approach provides them with an unmistakable sense of direction, and with each task they successfully complete, they intrinsically experience a tangible surge of momentum. And as any seasoned leader or high achiever will attest, momentum is in essence everything. Let us confront an undeniable reality. Distractions will perpetually emerge. Emails will inundate your inbox, calls will inevitably come in, and individuals will consistently solicit your valuable time. If you lack a pre-established plan, your day will invariably be hijacked by extraneous matters that hold no genuine relevance to your personal or professional objectives. However, armed with a meticulously crafted plan, you gain the fortitude to unequivocally say no. You remain unswayed by the deceptive allure of urgency, precisely because you have already consciously affirmed a resolute yes to something far more significant, your overarching vision. Planning also plays a pivotal role in optimizing your energy levels. Certain tasks are inherently better suited for the morning hours when your mind is at its most acute and sharp. Conversely, other tasks are best reserved for the afternoon, when your natural energy reserves tend to dip. When you meticulously plan ahead, you acquire the strategic advantage of scheduling tasks in alignment with your inherent biological rhythm, rather than simply reacting to whatever is indiscriminately thrown your way. This deliberate approach invariably leads to superior results, a significant reduction in errors, and a noticeable decrease in the debilitating effects of burnout. Another powerful practice many successful individuals integrate into their morning planning routine is visualization. They transcend the mere act of writing down tasks. They vividly imagine themselves executing those tasks. They mentally rehearse how they wish to feel, how they intend to act, and how they will effectively respond should unforeseen complications arise. This meticulous mental rehearsal meticulously prepares them, profoundly sharpens their focus, and substantially diminishes any lingering apprehension. It is, in essence, akin to meticulously practicing success even before it has had the chance to physically manifest. Consider a compelling example. Imagine two individuals. One awakens and passively declares, "Let's see what happens today." The other, however, awakens with a resolute declaration, "Here is what I unequivocally will accomplish. Here is the person I aspire to be. Here is what I am diligently constructing." Which of these two individuals do you sincerely believe will experience a more profound sense of empowerment by the culmination of the day? Who will retire to bed feeling genuinely proud and truly productive? The answer is unequivocally clear. Planning your day is not an exercise in obsessive control. It is, rather, a profound act of respect for your finite time, your invaluable energy, and your boundless potential. And as you diligently cultivate this habit each morning, it progressively becomes an instinctive, automatic process. You commence your day imbued with a profound sense of purpose instead of succumbing to panic. You acutely focus on tangible results, transcending mere effort. And even when the day, as it invariably will, presents you with unexpected challenges or unsettling surprises, you will remain firmly anchored, possessing an unwavering sense of direction. Begin small, with deliberate intention. You do not require an elaborate, high-tech planner or a grueling 3-hour routine. Simply procure a modest notebook or even utilize your smartphone. Each morning, pose 3 fundamental questions to yourself. 1. What are the top 3 things I absolutely need to accomplish today? 2. What kind of energy do I genuinely aspire to bring into my day? 3. What potential obstacles could impede my progress, and how do I intend to effectively navigate them? Respond to these questions with unvarnished honesty. Make it a point to periodically review your answers throughout the day. Celebrate your victories when you diligently follow through. Over time, this consistent habit will meticulously cultivate discipline, and discipline in its purest form invariably begets true freedom. Remember this profound truth. Every single day is a meticulously placed brick in the foundational edifice of your future. You possess the agency to either lay that brick with deliberate intention or tragically allow it to fall into place by sheer default. One path leads inevitably to a life steeped in profound purpose. The other, regrettably, leads to the sting of regret. So, tomorrow morning, transcend the mere act of waking up. Awaken with a clear, resonant plan. Regard the hours stretching before you not as time to merely survive, but as a grand stage upon which to perform at your absolute zenith. Seize the driver's seat. Decide precisely where your day will lead before anyone else has the chance to decide for you. Because life is not solely about existing, it is fundamentally about leading, and your day is your very first, most vital chance to lead. Activating your energy with movement. Indeed, every truly successful morning inherently commences with some form of purposeful movement. This isn't merely a fleeting response to a prevailing fitness trend, but rather a profound recognition of the transformative impact movement exerts upon your mind, extending far beyond the confines of your musculature. Understand this critical distinction. Engaging your body in activity isn't exclusively about meticulously adhering to a flawless workout regimen or tirelessly striving for a sculpted physique. Fundamentally, it's about consciously awakening yourself from within, actively choosing to deliberately energize your very life. Consider for a moment the typical beginning of most people's mornings. They reluctantly rouse themselves, often feeling an underlying fatigue, dragging their feet, their gaze fixed upon their phones, allowing their minds to slip back into the familiar clutches of yesterday's stress. Yet, individuals who consistently achieve success choose a fundamentally different path. They opt to move, to stretch, to walk, to run, to breathe deeply, or simply to shake off the lingering stiffness from sleep. They do so because they intuitively understand that motion is the very genesis of positive emotion. It possesses the inherent capacity to fundamentally alter how you genuinely feel, how you cogently think, and how you decisively confront the unfolding day. When you deliberately engage your body in the morning, even for a mere 5 to 15 minutes, you transmit an extraordinarily powerful message directly to your brain. I am vibrantly alive. I possess innate strength. I am unequivocally in control. Your blood, in response, begins to circulate with renewed vigor. Your heartbeat rhythmically quickens, and your energy levels commence an undeniable ascent. It is akin to meticulously charging your body's essential battery before deliberately stepping onto the proverbial battlefield of the day. And in today's relentlessly fast-paced, perpetually demanding world, who among us does not desperately require such a profound energetic advantage? Crucially, this morning movement need not be an intricate or complex undertaking. You are not obligated to possess an expensive gym membership, an array of fancy equipment, or to commit to an arduous hour-long routine. All that is truly required is a sincere and deliberate intention. You could simply embark on a brisk walk, execute a few invigorating jumping jacks, engage in the graceful practice of yoga, follow a concise workout video, or even joyously dance to your most cherished song. The overarching objective is not to attain perfection in execution. It is rather the powerful act of activation itself. And there is, undeniably, a robust scientific foundation underpinning this practice. Morning movement has been demonstrably shown to significantly elevate levels of dopamine and serotonin, vital neurochemicals within your brain that profoundly enhance feelings of happiness and sharpen your focus. It concurrently diminishes the presence of stress hormones such as cortisol, which often cloud judgment and foster anxiety. It effectively clears the lingering mental fog, replacing it with a crystalline clarity. Consequently, if you are an individual who frequently awakens plagued by anxiety, burdened by stress, or struggling with a pervasive lack of motivation, purposeful morning movement serves as your potent, natural medicine. Let us briefly examine the lives of some of the world's most accomplished individuals. Across the board, nearly every high-performing individual, from astute CEOs to elite athletes to visionary artists, integrates morning exercise as an absolutely non-negotiable habit. The rationale behind this universal commitment is profound. It builds far more than mere muscle mass. It meticulously cultivates an unwavering discipline. It serves as a daily, visceral reminder that genuine success commences precisely when you consciously choose to do what is inherently right, rather than what is merely easy or comfortable. Consider this insightful analogy. Your physical body is the indispensable vehicle that meticulously carries your most cherished dreams. If you persistently neglect its care, how can you reasonably expect it to reliably transport you to your desired destination? An undeniably strong, vibrantly energized body intrinsically supports a mind that is both sharp and acutely focused. The two are inextricably linked, forming a symbiotic relationship. You cannot expect profound growth in one without simultaneously nurturing the other. Furthermore, morning movement extends beyond the purely physical realm. It possesses a deeply emotional resonance. When you deliberately push through that initial surge of resistance, when you consciously stretch beyond the perceived boundaries of your comfort zone, you inherently build an unshakable confidence. You emphatically communicate to yourself, "If I possess the fortitude to accomplish this, I am capable of effectively handling anything that life throws my way." And that burgeoning confidence, like ripples in a pond, inevitably spills over into every facet of your life, your professional endeavors, the quality of your relationships, and the resolute pursuit of your goals. Movement also bestows upon you something that elevates the experience of most individuals, a palpable sense of momentum. The most formidable aspect of undertaking any significant task is invariably the act of initiating it. However, when your body is already engaged in purposeful motion, your mind instinctively follows suit. You discover an enhanced ease in commencing your vital projects, in confidently articulating your thoughts, and in making decisive choices. Your body is vibrantly awake. Your mind is acutely sharp. You are not passively dragging yourself through the day. You are actively driving it forward. There is also an intrinsic sense of pride that organically emanates from diligently upholding this habit. When you purposefully move your body in the morning, before anyone else is observing, before the world begins to levy its myriad demands upon you, you have already accomplished something profoundly impactful for yourself. That, in its essence, is an unequivocal win. And when you initiate your day with a definitive win, it becomes demonstrably easier to accrue more wins throughout the entirety of the day. Now, let us address the undeniable reality. There will inevitably be days when the sheer desire to move eludes you. Days when the comforting allure of your bed feels overwhelmingly strong, or when your schedule appears impossibly packed. This is an entirely normal human experience. However, individuals who consistently achieve success show up regardless. Not because the act is easy, but precisely because they have internalized the profound truth that unwavering consistency definitively triumphs over fleeting comfort. You are not obligated to embark on a grueling 5-mile run. You are not compelled to lift impossibly heavy weights. Simply engage in something. Walk purposefully around your home while absorbing the wisdom of a podcast. Execute 10 push-ups while diligently brushing your teeth. Attempt a brief 5-minute stretching routine. The ultimate significance lies not in the magnitude of the movement, but in the unwavering commitment to simply begin. And always remember, you are not merely moving for the benefit of your physical body. You are, more profoundly, moving for the realization of your future. Every bead of sweat, every deliberate breath you take, every challenging step you push through, all of it accumulates, collectively. It meticulously renders you stronger, inherently sharper, and ultimately more resilient. So tomorrow morning upon awakening, before instinctively reaching for your phone, before your mind becomes consumed by the multitude of tasks awaiting you, intentionally move. Bestow that invaluable gift upon yourself. Resoundingly remind your body who genuinely holds the reins of control. Viscerally remind your mind what it truly feels like to be vibrantly alive, because when your body moves, your life itself moves, and success? It patiently awaits no one. It races with those who are unequivocally prepared to move purposefully towards it. As our exploration concludes, it becomes clear that every single morning presents an unparalleled opportunity, not merely to construct a productive day, but to meticulously sculpt a life imbued with profound meaning and unwavering purpose. The habits we've delved into are far more than simple routines. They are, in essence, powerful life systems, meticulously designed to elevate your spirit, sharpen your intellect, and steadily guide you towards your most cherished aspirations. From the quiet discipline of waking early to the insightful wisdom of digital disconnection, each conscious step you take as the day awakens forms a crucial building block on the path to becoming the most successful and fulfilled version of yourself. Remember this profound truth: genuine transformation isn't a sudden, dramatic event that happens overnight. Instead, it's the consistent accumulation of those small, deliberate choices you make, day after purposeful day. By consciously integrating these practices into your daily life, you aren't just altering your mornings, you are fundamentally redefining your entire destiny. The ultimate secret lies not in achieving unattainable perfection, but in the unwavering commitment to simply show up, to consistently choose growth over fleeting comfort, and unwavering purpose over mere inertia. May each new dawn find you not just witnessing the sunrise, but actively becoming the very light that illuminates every space you enter. If these insights have resonated with you, empowering you to embrace a more intentional life, we encourage you to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more timeless wisdom that can truly transform